Hey, this is Ben. This is the 84th stanza of The Art of Peace. When I read the stanza today, it made me think back to basic training and an argument I got into with this guy, young kid, and we were on our way up from the ground floor to the barracks. Our barracks were on the second floor, and he was saying something to me. I don't remember exactly what it was, but at one point I kind of flipped on him and pushed him up against the wall. This was very early in my basic training. Pushed him up against the wall with a forearm shiver to the throat. I remember I just dominated this kid, and he was just being a real jerk. And then I did this to him, and he, immediately submitted. Excuse me. After he submitted, that incident caused me to get into a lot of trouble. I was going to be the bay leader, which is called the platoon guide, but because I did that, I got in a whole lot of trouble, and no longer had the opportunity to be the platoon guide. That said, this guy ended up being one of my most ardent supporters to be platoon guide later on. It was very weird, and I remember that his support for me and his, some kind of weird reverence for me was strange. And I remember, a couple weeks after this event, he told me that what I had done to him reminded him of what his father used to do to him, and I had put him back in the place of his abuse. And I remember that weirded me out a little bit, because why would me making him feel like his father used to make him feel endear him to me? I thought that was just really weird. Anyway, that event informed me. Here you go, Redskins! That event informed me about the next kind of events that took place. So there was this one guy, kind of a wormy, shiesty dude who, I can't remember why, but he came up to me out of nowhere and said to me, you're a fat piece of shit, or something. For whatever reason, he decided to go after me about my weight. And that was a sensitive spot for me. It was the sight of my shame. I perceived myself as less valuable because I was overweight. And even though when I was in basic training, I had tamed my weight gain dramatically and lost a ton of weight to be prepared for basic training, this still hit home. And I remember he kind of said this to me in passing. I was just like, I didn't say anything to him. I wasn't out for him. It was literally, I was sitting there. He chose to attack me, and in that attack, he called out my great weakness, and then he just left. And I remember just feeling like, what the hell was that all about? Anyway, weeks go by in basic training, and I am now informed by the experience with this. Very short, but the 84th stanza is as follows: seeing me before him. Seeing me before him. Seeing me before him. That's a tricky use of words. Seeing me before him. The enemy attacks. But by that time, I'm already standing safely behind him. The 84th stanza of The Art of Peace. King, out.